Did you guys see the cat's gonna stand up?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We are back from break. When we left our heroes, they split the party. They split the fucking party. Bones had wandered off on a little bit of a side quest to meet up in the dining hall with Marta Moonshadow and share a hot dog. Potentially, talk about things. Who knows? But he was instead greeted, maybe not instead, but beforehand, he was greeted by one Nihilus Jowd, who had a proposition for the Tabaxi Rogue to kill the Tiefling's violence and turbulence. And there was a sort of agreement made. In the meantime, Ezrah was dissecting the notes and documents in the tome he had retrieved from the library, and came to a number of realizations, very important realizations about the people involved in the Hosnarketa project, and the fact that he just did not have enough information at his fingertips to really suss out any other important factors. Meanwhile, Matashtai and Ashes headed to the nearby training hall, where Ashes spent some time engaging the training dummies and coming to the realization that his physique, his body, his powers were not all working in the way that they were supposed to, while Matashtai performed his kata, and in doing so, also came to the realization that Valletta can now somewhat step out of his body. Unfortunately, it caused a great deal of exertion and a little bit of a nosebleed. So, that is where we now find our heroes, all spread throughout the halls of Dwemercore. And we're kind of in this weird interim. I'm going to say we're going to start off with Ezrah. Ezrah, you've taken a few moments to kind of like compose yourself, think about things, clean up the room, etc., etc. What do you want to do? Do you want to wait until some of your allies come back? Do you have anything that you want to accomplish in the meantime? Do you want to go looking for answers? Or what do you want to do? What's your course of action here?
Once I get the room tidied up to a reasonable state, I would make my way to where I assume I overheard Ashes and Matashtai were
heading to. Okay, gotcha.
To reconnect with them.
I will say that is not a difficult scenario. You toss open the door, and as you do, okay, left and out into the hall, and then that should be where the training hall is. But as you're kind of like having this concept, you're thinking about this, you toss open the door, and you see standing at the other door across from your room, you see the moon elf, Marta Moonshadow. And she is kind of like quietly talking at the door, just saying, Violence, look, yes, I would owe you a favor. I'm just asking maybe for a little bit of a hand in... Look! Fine. And she kind of like stomps her heel a bit and turns and then notices that you are there.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you need help with something?
I was seeking Violence's aid in the workings of a particular spell. She's a bit... She's a bit of a natural when it comes to particular abjuration magics.
Is it something in particular? Maybe it's something I can help with.
She looks at you and she kind of says, roll me a persuasion check. Okay.
I'm going to use a sorcery point
Okay. To do what?
to re-roll it.
Persuasion.
Gotcha.
That was a 27 work.
27. Good lord.
Significantly better. Okay. I'm just gonna ask, how is Ezrah so persuasive in this moment? Is he just disarming, or is he just like unthreatening, or what does Ezrah do, Jake, that is so persuasive at this point in time?
So the spell that he created is an abjuration spell.
Okay.
And for him, that school of magic is one of probably the two that he is most comfortable and familiar with.
Okay.
So hearing that term particularly kind of gives him this boost of confidence.
So there's just like earnest honesty.
Yeah.
Coming from Ezra right now?
Maybe that's something I can help with.
Okay. Gotcha. So there you go. It wasn't a maybe that's something I can help with. It was a maybe that's something I can help with, right? Like it's that actual establishment of Ezra truly does think he might be able to help with that. Marta looks at you and she says, I've been practicing conjuration bits. One of the things that I was wanting to try to accomplish was a bit of a binding. Violence has shown in the past that she's done extensive experimentations with the augmentations of magic circles and planar bindings in and of themselves. I was hoping that she might tutor me when it comes to those capabilities which are outside of my normal wheelhouse.
Very interesting.
Roll me Arcana.
20.
Magic circle, planar binding, not things that you have dealt with yourself.
I don't have intimate knowledge, but
yeah.
Probably cursory what they do.
Yeah, exactly. Right, like you could make your way through like a lecture or an experiment or something like that, but they're not things that you're like, oh, I've got my own special brand of magic circle and I was just binding an angel the other day, you know? Like, you know? So it's as you're kind of like listening to her, you're like, okay, you could help be a study buddy, but you couldn't really be a tutor in this situation, right? So, armed with that knowledge, right, what do you want to do now? Like, do you want to press, or do you want to insinuate that you can, or what's the play from Ezra at this point?
No, he understands that's not his wheelhouse.
Okay.
I guess the only he would offer aid to, you know, I can help. That's not particularly my focus. But you know, if you are looking for help and I've got capacity, I'd be willing to potentially lend aid.
She kind of sighs, right? And for the first time, she says, no, that's all right. And for the first time since meeting her here and speaking to her here.
To be fair, I didn't speak
on
to
the
her
level,
or
but no,
see
but
her.
you heard her, right?
Yeah.
For the first time.
You can't associate me to Bones' bedroom.
Yeah, but for the first time, what she says to you or says doesn't seem like openly
Whatever the
cold or
character
hostile,
is.
right? Like, she just seems just like, well, that's unfortunate, I suppose. Asking too much. Well, I will return to my studies. Perhaps in the future, violence will be of a more suitable mood to offer some assistance. Or maybe I'll acquire something that she actually wants.
It was good seeing you. Did you ever make it to the Lifted Spirits when you were topside?
She looks at you and she says,
That's
I had thought to, but I had pressing concerns, unfortunately. You have insight trained, though, right?
I do.
She's lying. Absolutely
That's
lying.
fine.
Like, no roll necessary, right? Like, she says it in one of those, in the quintessential way of, like, making polite
Wasn't gonna
conversation.
happen. Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. That's fine. You know, if you do make yourself topside, it's a nice little place.
I have
good luck.
no real interest in topside at the moment.
That's
My
fine.
concerns are... Never mind. Good day. And she turns and she kind of, like, walks away.
Good luck. And I do the same.
Okay. You walk out the western door, and you can see across the way the training hall door kind of cracked, and within, Ashes and Matashtai kind of hanging out. Ashes going through a couple of training scenarios. Matashtai, your head actually still hurts a little bit after that kind of like nosebleed scenario. Not enough to like stop you from doing anything, but it is kind of like this uncomfortable, kind of like sharp, pained headache.
Awesome.
right. So, you explained to me that I'm feeling kind of like off kilter, right? Things don't feel right.
Yep.
So I actually want to step through and start using some of the things I have to see what I can and cannot do with or without difficulty.
Okay.
So
Are you here's a question. Are you actually going to use resources, or are you going to kind of like edge up to using resources and check? Right? Like, because here's the thing. I will tell you straight up from a mechanical standpoint, right? If you use a resource, right, you'll be able to see, oh, I can use this resource, but it'll cost you the resource, right?
Yep.
If you edge, I will let you roll to check, but if you don't roll well, you won't know, you know?
Well, you gotta call it that.
Use the edge, bro.
Because it's fun.
Oh,
Just
is it?
walk
Is it
right
from
up-
Jeremy?
I think
get
it's
right
fun.
into the edge.
No. I will actually use the resource. Now, the things I can use. Now, I know that hybrid transformation works, and I know that writing works. So I'm not gonna worry about those for now. If those become a problem in the future, whatever. But wait, I can't. Shit, I can't test blood maledics because these dummies don't have blood.
You got something that has blood in the room with you. He was just bleeding. Ashes just looks over at Matashtai.
No, this is my blood. Go away.
Hey, Natasha, can you do me a favor?
Bleed a little bit more.
I need you to hit me.
Bleed for me.
Slap the shit out of him the moment he says it.
What? Just slaps him.
I wasn't ready.
Roll me? No. Unless you're just intentionally doing one, roll me your damage.
That hits, and I'm not righted up.
Solid
so-
crack across the jaw. I'm
No,
going to
sorry.
say for half damage because
Hold
your
on,
ally
hold on.
is not trying to kill you.
Right. Hold on. As a reaction, like he said, he did it immediately. So I mean, I don't know if that means no reaction or
No,
not.
yeah, absolutely. You
Alright,
I walked
as a
over to him
reaction-
asking him to do it.
Yep. As a reaction, I would like to use my Blood Maledict to cast Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
You see his hand whip out, and you immediately instinctually go towards it, and that's why you get slapped across the face, because nothing happens at all.
I consume the Blood
You
Maledict,
just
and
feel
I take-
feel this wave of fatigue. Here's the thing. What did you just say you consumed?
1 Blood Maledict.
There is nothing for you to consume there.
Oh.
Damn,
You
ain't got nothing.
literally reach for the power, and nothing answers your call. You have 0 uses of your Blood Maledict feature.
I will change my maximum from 2 to 0.
Just notate somewhere, right? Like, don't
Yeah.
lose that information.
Well, yeah. I'll
Not
just
that
leave
you
it
couldn't
at 2.
just look it back up, but still.
Yeah, it's not. And now crack, I'll get hit. No.
6 damage across the face.
Taken.
Which Ezra, you walk up as Matashtai just whack cracks ashes across the face, solid across the face.
Are you guys all right?
No, I'm not all right. I can't use my blood maledicts.
What does that mean?
The thing, the blood stuff I do to other people. It's
You
gone.
do blood
I can't,
stuff to
I
other
can't do
people?
it. Do what?
You do blood stuff to other people?
Yeah. So I got blood stuff for myself, and then blood. Like when we were fighting the Troll King, I was doing blood stuff to him to make him miss all of his attacks, or not miss, but more likely to miss.
Are you a hemomancer?
Okay, so I can't say edging, but you can say do blood stuff.
That's not a sexual thing normally.
Normally.
It's sexual.
Edging is 100%. There's no other thing that edging.
I didn't
is other than-
I didn't say you were edging. I said up to the edge.
You can edge non-sexually. Probably.
Anyways,
I'm not
moving
gonna do it, but
on.
I'm pretty sure you can.
So I can't. I guess brand of castigation. So I guess that's the only thing I'm really worried about right now is the blood maledicts. Yeah. So there's a problem. There's a kink in the hose somewhere.
Yeah. Well, that edge, bro.
You come at me in my house, and then you start pulling this shit.
Look, I was thinking about it for a second. That's what I
Fucking guy.
Think very long.
This fucking guy. Okay. All right.
There's a kink in the hose.
My
So-
hose.
What's after that interesting moment? What's happening?
I woke over and I slap Ezra.
What the fuck?
Shield.
Matastai's lost it.
What? That's that
I
black
collected him again.
of
It's
his
finally
bones.
turned.
He's tainted.
Actually, Bones, you've been sitting at this table for about 5 minutes or so after Nihilus has left you.
Damn, is it 5 minutes after our meeting time when we're supposed to meet?
It's a few minutes after your meeting time, yes.
Oh, okay. I'm not worried about just a few minutes.
Oh,
Have-
I met your girlfriend before you did.
Have you
What do you mean had?
are you eating or eating any of your
No,
hot
I'm just
dog?
waiting. No, I'm waiting.
Okay.
I'm just like,
You're sitting there holding 2 halves of
Uh,
this loaf of bread with meat and veg in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume it's on like a plate.
A few more minutes pass and you realize your meal is growing cold.
Damn, it's not hot anymore.
It's a cold dog, right?
All right, I pick him up
Oh,
and I head
at
to the
this point-
library. Because that's the last place I
Say,
knew
at this
she
point,
was.
can I head over to the cafeteria to check on his date?
This is all still happening while the other stuff is
Damn.
happening.
Also,
Okay,
roll up and eat the other hot dog with you.
Bones, you
Yeah.
take your loaf concoctions and head south, out of the kitchen, out of the dining area, and back into the long hall filled with various book stacks and the false walls. And you're free to make your way to the library if you so choose. To the actual library. This is the by the way, I meant to
Yeah, me and Mossy, we go. I can't get in. It's closed.
Happy friend adventure time.
it's this one. Sorry, in a momento. Come on. Throw that open. Boop. And you head into the library. You step about 2 feet into the library, and then you hear a voice go, "Stop!"
In the name of love. An oblivion guard.
You see that kind of like misty form hover in front of you. And the voice that you had heard speaking to Ezrah previously, right? The search function of the library says to you, "There is no food allowed within the library."
Damn.
Alright, hold the food outside of the library. Marta! Hey! I brought hot dogs!
There's no response from within the confines of the library itself.
I say, Mossy, hold these for a second.
Mossy kind of like crooks his talons because he doesn't have hands, right? He just kind of like
fine.
crooks his body to where you can easily lay the loaves in place, and he just stands there.
Fine, I go look around. Hey! You in here? Hey!
You do a quick search of the library, and
Not in here.
there's no one in here. Yeah, you're alone in the library.
Damn, Mossy, she not in here. I take my lows back. That's disappointing.
Kind of grumbles at you. Says, "Yes."
Yes.
He takes like 13 words to say it, but it's yes.
Okay. Alright, well, I guess let's leave. I don't know.
Okay. Where you head?
I mean, well, since we got time, I look around. I take a bite of hot dog. And then I duck in the store.
Dog.
Okay, all right, absolutely. You duck in that door, easy peasy. You find yourself in the cleaning room, right? Sinks, dried towels, dishes, utensils all over the place. There's a door to the northeast, door to the southeast.
All right, I go in the store.
You go up to that door. You double check. Let me double check this store. Yeah, okay. You go up to the store and you're opening it?
Yeah.
You throw it open. And beyond, you smell good stuff, right? This chamber is filled with crates and barrels and sacks. There are labels on the majority of the items in here denoting staple foodstuffs. And then towards the back, there's this massive set of 2 long racks, and one is covered in hanging meats, and the other is covered in hanging dry herbs.
All right. I'll leave that one, and I go and look at this one.
Okay. Kind of
Like
have to
a
shoulder
fucking-
past some invisible servants that are
Like a
moving
fucking pantry or some shit.
dishes and things like that across the way. And you throw open this next door, and you see a hallway beyond, actually.
Damn, a hallway?
Yeah. You poke out and you see the hallway extends eastward for a ways out of your field of vision, and then southwest to 2 different sets of doors. One leading west and one leading south.
Okay, well, that's enough exploring for now. On my own.
Aww. Okay, alright, fair enough.
I leave. I
You go
make my way
back.
back to the group.
You go back the way
I
you
don't-
came.
I don't want to do too much on my own.
Fair enough. Back the way you came, the doors shutting behind
Bro.
you.
I don't like these doors opening and closing.
That's a part of the stage.
It's weird.
It be what it be.
I enjoy it thoroughly, Jeremy.
Yeah,
Makes it hard for me to move around. That's all I'm saying.
it absolutely does. It's intentionally a part of the stage, though. It's meant to be kind of like an impediment to vision and progress. And this weird magical scenario of things continuously realign themselves, or repair themselves, or refill themselves, or clean themselves, or what have you, throughout the area of the dungeon.
They always be doing
Um,
stuff to themselves.
Bones, you were able to make it back to the Dorm Descentia.
Thanks.
And from the Dorm Descentia, you can hear out in the Western Hall, your companions speaking. I'm gonna box you in here if you don't move.
You said I was able to make it back.
I'm gonna get you.
I moved. Fuck off. Alright, well, I guess I'll just go over there. I walk in with my hot dogs. Hey, guys. Take a bite of my hot dog.
Hey, what's up? What you got there?
Hot dogs?
Cold dogs,
What's
man.
a hot dog?
There's this. I hand him the other half.
It's okay.
Try it.
So, but it is a half of a loaf of bread that has been cut open. There's a sausage and a half because he cut through like one of the sausages. So there's a sausage and a half just laid in there. There's like some thick tomato like soup or stew kind of like ladled over it. And then there's a bunch of like pickled vegetables, a little bit of pickled cucumber, a little bit of pickled onion, a little bit of pickled, it looks like a squash or a zucchini or something like that, just kind of like dolloped on the thing.
Doesn't
Pretty
sound
good.
bad.
This looks pretty weird. But I bite into it.
I don't know,
How's it?
does Matashtai enjoy those combination of ingredients?
It's like those things.
I will say,
Sounds like a-
Okay.
yeah, each of those things, the
Sounds like a
things
Chicago
are
dog.
relatively well made. I need you to roll me a d20.
D20. Okay.
Does it
Boom.
want high or low? Middle.
Oh yeah, I mean, tastes like sausage and bread and some thick tomato soup and some pickled vegetables. It's got a balance of savory and acidity, and things are well made and well salted. It seems fine.
That's pretty good. Is this a hot dog?
It was hot at one point.
He keeps saying hot dog, but it's actually pretty
Kind of a
cold.
cool dog.
Yeah.
It was hot when it first arrived.
Wait, is Bones eating it too?
Yeah.
Bones,
I cut it
please
in
roll me a
half.
d20.
Okay. I've been eating it this whole time. This whole walk over. Delicious.
I mean,
Delicious.
again, if you enjoy that combination of ingredients, it's fine. It's good. Tasty.
Oh, I do. I enjoy.
Oh,
the
I
hell
do.
All right then. The party.
Oh, I do. He
The
says.
party reconvenes.
That's what I said.
I need someone to roll me a d6.
Done. It's a 5.
Beaten to it.
Okay, I need someone to roll me a d12.
One.
Mhm. You hear a whistling coming down the hall from the north direction. And around the corner, right behind you, Ezra, appears the headmaster. Halaster Blackcloak rounds the corner and goes, "Ah, Ezra, there you are!" And Ezra's companions. "How are
It's
you?"
me.
Ezra.
Kezra.
And, Wezra.
Yep,
Uh-huh.
Right.
that's us.
You found us.
Wait, what were they again?
I don't remember.
Mesra.
Kezra.
What?
Hmm?
What was yours?
I'm Kezra. Cat Ezra.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought you were going to be Bezra.
Weren't you Bezra?
I think you should be Bezra.
Ezra or
Bezra.
Kezra
That's-
both works.
I'm fine with Bezra as well.
Fair enough. What about the Zorn?
Rezra?
Rezra?
Yeah.
Why
Oh,
Rezra?
sorry. Zezra. He's Zezra.
Zezra. Okay. Zezra. I'm getting it. I'm getting these down. Making mental notes.
One of us.
How's everything going?
Good. How was your meeting?
Oh, it was nothing. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Insight check?
Roll me an insight check.
That does not sound like everything is fine.
Sounds a lot like everything's fine to me.
17. You're not sure that anything has ever been fine for Halaster Blackcloak ever. Like, so in that way, doesn't that mean everything is always fine?
Sure. Sounds good. Headmaster, something came up. It was brought to my attention earlier. Did a middle-aged man come through here not too long ago? Pale skin, white hair, swords.
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 Did you just
Sword.
describe Geralt?
Sure did.
Hold on.
Is Borden Geralt?
I do have an image that I
What the
stole from the
fuck?
internet.
Is
Hold
it
on.
Geralt?
It's not Geralt.
Sounds a lot like Geralt.
It sounds a lot like Geralt.
That's
Pale, white hair, middle-aged-ish.
That's young
Looks
Geralt with
swords.
more
Looks like-
armor.
Looks like Geralt. Yep.
It's not
Ugh.
Geralt.
Alright, so...
It's not Geralt.
Oh no.
So you see initially, right, like, the headmaster's face is like, you say, "Was there a middle-aged man?" And he's like, he's gonna say something, but you continue. And then his face goes,
Help with the abjuration
yes,
problem.
there were. So it was the scenario of, like, the more and more specifics you gave, the more and more it narrowed it down, and eventually the headmaster's face goes from, like, there were, like, several of those to, like, I do remember the one specific person you have described.
Right.
Why, yes, there was an individual of that sort. Fuck that guy.
Really? Fuck that guy.
Well, not specifically per se, but, you know.
I did not mean physically. I meant in a state of mind. What did he do?
He ran out on a job.
Ran out on a job, so he was here to take care of your abjuration problem.
Conjuration.
No. Yes. Not really. Specificity in words. Technically he was here. Technically he was here to go further down, and it was a means to an end. He needed to go further down. I needed something taken care of. He said he'd take care of that thing, and I'd say, I'll show you how to get down. And then he just went down without taking care of the thing. Which
wouldn't
kind
have
of
happened
makes
in
me look a little
February.
sheepish, doesn't it?
No. It's not your fault for trusting someone. It's fine.
I meant more along the lines of the fact that he actually found his way out of this place. That's supposed to be
Well-
secret.
That's good to know. I highly doubt this, but did he happen to tell you like where his final destination was?
He said something about the Queen in Obsidia, I believe, which is, in fairness, not far from here.
The Queen in Obsidia is a place and not a person?
Well, Obsidia is a place. The Queen in Obsidia, you know.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. I appreciate the
Cool.
upfrontness with that information. That's really
Oh.
helpful.
Should I have been more sparse with that information?
Oh no!
I charge you!
absolutely not.
You owe me something!
I fucking give him a potion of climbing.
I don't want that!
Hey, headmaster, how long's this school been open?
Oh, a long time. Long enough for me to claim many coats. I take your coat! Your coat is forfeit!
No! Oh, I fall to my knees. No!
Take
it will
my
be
heart.
chilly in the winter now.
To be clear, his coat, not mine, right?
Just his coat. Un momento. So Halaster kind of like throws that scenario out there, and then we actually need to fade to black for just a brief moment because I need to make an emergency bathroom visit. So BRB. We'll be back in just a few.
All right.
Have a good poop.
Yeah, apparently I'm getting some frame issue.
So you still don't... Oh, now you show online again.
Alright, apparently this is a good place for us to go ahead and end. Because apparently I am now dealing with technical difficulties.
Bye.
So, sorry about that, everybody.
I'm not sorry.
So,
Bye.
that's going to be the end of our session. When we play again, the party will once again be reunited with the headmaster, Halaster Blackcloak, and we'll see what shenanigans they get into in the Magic Academy Dormer Core. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.